Today's video is sponsored by Yuri. Shout out to Yuri for the $80 super chat on the live premiere last night. I really appreciate it. So let's start the video. So Raven is doing much better now. She doesn't have that weird neck cramp anymore, and she's been pooping and eating, and everything is normal. Everything's back to normal. It's so strange, but I'm happy about that. So yeah, Raven's been able to bring her head down and everything. Come. Get your toy, Raven. Come on. Get your toy. So what? So what? So what? So what? Look, Raven, so what? Okay, so what? See, she's shaking her head and everything too. I've been able to play tug of war with her. And she's fine. Good girl, Raven. Good girl. So what? Okay, stay. So what? Go. And so on the screen, you will see all of the names of the people who has donated to help Raven out. And I really appreciate everyone's support. It really meant a lot to me, and it relieved a little bit of stress because it's just been a rough month in July. And so far, August have been a little bit better. My birthday is in a couple of days. So I'm going to put up a wish list. And most of it is for Raven. But if you guys were interested, you can get her something or get me something. I don't know. So Raven, stay. So what? Okay. See, she goes and she picks up the stick. Before, she would be hesitant. She'd run up to it and like claw at it and stuff, but she wouldn't pick anything up. Drop it, Raven. See, but she still continues to want to eat grass, and so that's a problem. Okay, let's go. Don't know what Raven's obsession is with eating grass, but I don't let her eat grass anymore because it causes issues. And a lot of people say that dogs eat grass because they have an upset stomach or something like that. But I don't think that's the case with Raven. I think it's more of just like a habit, and it's just her wanting to do something. Let's go check on the rabbits. Okay. Look at that. These three, they're doing good. And these two. See, they still had food. Yeah, that's good. So once I start processing and getting things done in the fridge from the other rabbits, I think what I can probably do is I can begin getting rid of these. And then I'll move Fiona and her babies down to here, so they have more space. Because this is much wider and deeper. It has a lot more space than those cages. And these guys are really annoying, pulling this thing off all the time. Some for Lila. And there you go. They're doing good. I'll bring in her in a little bit. And it looks like they need some food. So yeah, I'm running out of food here, and I'm gonna have to go buy some feed today. But here's the problem. I'm running into my budget, and I really can't be doing that. I appreciate everyone's like gifts and stuff through YouTube, but I won't be getting any of that money until like next month. So if anyone really did want to help and sponsor my rabbits, you can do so through my Venmo and Cash App. I'll have it on the screen. So much will be really appreciated. See, I would be asking for help if it weren't for TikTok removing me from the creator program twice on both accounts. Otherwise, I would be fine. This month, the month of August, I'm going to be doing my best to pump out just viral content, just a bunch of rage bait type of content, I guess, or emotion based content that gets people riled up. And so yeah, look forward to some of those, at least the short form on TikTok. They're all good. So I am gonna go get some rabbit feed, and I really don't want to, but I need to, because I just don't have the time and the ability to process all of the rabbits all at once right now. And I need to do it in sort of like waves. And so I need more feed to keep these guys alive while I process the rabbit meat that I have in the fridge currently, and then figure out a way to either dehydrate, can, or freeze it. And that way I'm not wasting any of the meat. And once I get all of that taken care of in the house, I'm going to come back out here, process more of the rabbits, and then kind of continue like that. But there's one thing that I kind of want to do, and it's actually to keep them through winter. I want to keep the grow outs through the winter, so that way they have a better pelt. Because right now their pelts are trash, and it's almost not worth processing them because of that. So my problem here is I need to get rid of this entire like back setup, like all of this, right? All of this, I got to get rid of it all, so that I can get through this like city inspection. But the problem is all these frames I got to take down, and I don't want to do that. You know, I want to see or figure out a way to avoid that, because like technically this is fine, you know, because it's not it's not above 7 feet. But the problem is it doesn't seem like it's a official sort of like fencing or anything like that. And on the other side, it's just my tarps set up, and yeah, it doesn't look official, you know, so that's their problem. But yeah, a lot have been getting done. So this area right here, right next to my shed, right, and the area to go to where the rabbits are, all of this trash and debris here I'm getting rid of slowly, little by little, every week. So I've managed to get a lot of the trash thrown out already, and this coming weekday I'll be able to take out a little bit more, and I'm just doing that week by week, getting rid of all of this stuff right here. And then you see how this area is all bricked up. I eventually want to put a wall from right there all the way back to this corner, and then all the way back this way, and that'll allow this entire area to be a little bit more private. I might even have like some sort of roof that connects it, but this area I want it to be private, and I want to have like a Japanese style hot tub right here one day, and it'd be really, really cool, and have it all heated with a wood stove and stuff too. It'd be nice. And then I'll be getting rid of the chicken coop eventually, and then if I did need a chicken coop again, I'm going to build something else completely. But yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of this. And I may consider growing more sunchokes around the property, because like, look at this. Like, this is a complete blockage. And the only problem is the squirrels. The squirrels would like jump on thinking that they can like latch onto it and stuff, because it's it's a tree or something, but they bend it down and they mess up the plants, and I hate that. The squirrels here are terrible. But these things are really cool, because what'll happen is they'll develop a tuber underneath, and they can be pulled up and eaten. but they grow incredibly dense and they can kind of outgrow all of your other plants and stuff like that in the area. So if I were to plant these in the back there, right, in the middle of where our two properties meet, I need to put up some sort of barrier so it doesn't go out that way. But it would be cool to have like fencing, just natural fencing from these all over the area. It'd be really cool. So I'm on my way to the feed store. I'd bring Raven, but I just don't want to unnecessarily like stress her out. She has anxiety when we drive in the car and stuff like that. So I usually only bring her on like short trips and stuff, and to an actual destination where we go play and stuff like that. But all I'm doing right now is going to go pick up the rabbit feed because I'm budgeting the gas that I have also. So yeah, let's go pick it up. So I have 120 miles left on my tank. The trip should take a total of 40 miles. So to and from is 40 miles. So hopefully I'm left with what? 60 miles left at the end? Yeah, hopefully that's the case. But it's gonna be like a 30-minute trip because of traffic. Okay. Here you go. And I just realized that I had this whole bale of Timothy grass here. I can use this to supplement the feed basically, so that way I can stretch this out a little bit more. All right, it looks like I got 75 miles left. Not bad. It went pretty well. Let's grab this wheelbarrow so I can get all of it in one go. This last bag is almost out. But yeah, I can take this, throw it into the cages and let them enjoy this. This is sort of like their treat, but also to extend their food now. Here you go, Cassie. Here you go, Lila. For the babies. You have some for Totoro. Yeah, everyone's got some. Some for these guys. And these guys. See, doing that is going to help extend this food, because I can't get rid of all of them all at once right away, because I need to process the rest of the meat that's in the house right now. So I'm going to take Raven out and we're going to go do that. We're going to process some of the rabbit meat. Hey, Raven. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. How you doing? How you doing? She's doing good. See, look at that nub wiggle. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Look at all of that. That's just all rabbit meat and stuff. So I'm going to be pulling this out and I'm going to be processing a bunch of the rabbit meat for a little bit. And then I'm going to go live on TikTok actually. So I've got this bunch of, let's see here. This is a whole rabbit, I think. Yeah, it has everything. This. Let's put it over here. Let's start with the front quarter. I usually like to just break the front quarter bone off. So I just go like this. And peel all the meat away, and you're left with just the bone. And the hind quarter has a bone that runs across, like a flat bone kind of. So you can go in with a knife behind it, see? And cut upwards a little bit. Now cut down. So you'll see this, right? Now twist this off and pop it off. And so yeah, this is a bone. There's still some meat on it. You can probably cut off some meat, but it's not that big a deal because I usually just save this bone right here and the others to just make a bone broth, because there's connective tissue on the ends and there's gelatin, and so you can cook this down to make like a really nice bone broth, like a really gelatinous one. So from here, there's a bone here, so you just cut down the middle to the bone, just like that. Then I go in, I get a hold of the bone around it, and then I start peeling the meat away from it. There you go. You can use your knife, kind of cut too. And there you go. See? And then all the meat just kind of hangs on that. And then from here, I just cut. And there you go. And now, just nice chunk of hind quarter meat. This is really good meat. Solid pieces of meat. You can cut it up into like the different muscle sections. And then you'll just get really, really good meat. See? Look at that. This, I'm probably going to grind up. Well, I'm going to do half that I'm going to grind up, and then half I'm just going to keep as chunks and keep it in the fridge or freezer. Bones, I'm going to keep separate. So that was the hind quarter. The front quarter has 3 bones also, but it looks kind of weird. And so usually I'm just breaking the bones like this, and then trying to just remove as much meat as I can from the bone. There's no real technique to this one because it's just so much harder. But yeah, bone. There you go. And it's just I'm pretty much just peeling meat off of bone and cutting. Just doing what you can. It doesn't need to be perfect. Yeah. And this shoulder section, it has a more so like a shoulder blade. I feel like the front quarters, it's not really worth like removing meat from it, and it's probably better off just marinated and then air fried or grilled like chicken wings. That's kind of what you use the front quarters of a rabbit for, in my opinion. There you go. That's the shoulder blade. And you can see like the shape of it. It's just complex and it's just harder to remove meat from it. So that's a little easier with the hind quarter because it's a little larger too. And it's just easier to process. This is the belly section. It's really fat and it's really good, and I keep this as like jerky. So I keep this, I marinate it, and then I dehydrate it as jerky. You can cook and just eat this too. It's really good. It almost has like these 2 layers that kind of slide around, and it just has a really pleasant, really nice texture to it. I ran into a small complication, and so I can't go live right now, which is fine. So I'll just hang out with you guys. But I've got so much meat. Like, these are all the back straps here. I gotta cut off the meat from the back straps. Like, let's see here. That's 6 of them right here. 6 of them. I have all of these front quarters, and then this belly meat. All the belly meat I'm keeping in one bag. I'm gonna be marinating the belly meat like a Korean barbecue sauce in the belly meat this time. Last time it was the black soybean paste. And then here are the front quarters. This was the remaining like amount of the sriracha. And I'm gonna do the rest. There you go. Here's the front quarters. All in like this. Get it mixed up. And there you go. That'll be so good. Can't wait. Here are the hind quarters. Still just removing the bone and just putting all the meat in here. I'm just gonna season it with some of this chili seasoning, this wood-fired chili, and I'm gonna chop it up into some small chunks and stuff, have it seasoned, and then vacuum seal and then throw it in the freezer. I don't want to turn it into sausage, which I can do. I just don't want to pull out my food processor today. I'm probably going to do that with the second batch of rabbits that I start processing after this. I got to make sure I have everything like down first. Like, have a place for all of this first before I start processing any more rabbits. And then I also have to have like an idea of where to put the other meat too once I start processing more. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is for the next batch of rabbits, I am going to dehydrate the meat. So I'll grind it up into some like sausage meat basically, and then I'll dehydrate it in my dehydrator. Right here, there is sort of like a flap right here that you can go dig your fingers in, and you can peel off like this membrane that's here. You can check either side. You can kind of get your fingers underneath it. See? Just like this. Dig in and then just kind of tear it off. And then you will have this left right here. So from here, I just cut it off. And there you go. And this is like connective tissue, so it's good. Just keep it in your stock or your bone broth, but you'll be left with this and it's good. Now, I just go to the side of the bone, I cut down and over. There will usually be like a rib bone or something that sticks out, but you have this. This is excellent meat. And so the best way to cook this would be to marinate it or season it with some salt and seasoning, salt and seasonings, and then let it marinate for about a day or so before you cook this on high heat on like a skillet or something. And just cook it to perfection. Don't overcook it. But for the most part, when you do it like that, this becomes really juicy and it's really, really tender and good. And then this right here still has meat on it. You can scrape off more meat if you'd like, but you don't really need to. You can just leave it. There you go. And there's meat on the underside also. This works. And then this is just the bone that you can use to cook. But yeah, you get 2 pieces like this and it's perfect. And I want to kind of save this and have this seasoned separately. So these are all the back straps. I might actually save a lot of this for Raven because this is just really lean, really good meat for her. There's no fat in it, and so I can give this as sort of like a like a kibble topper to kind of entice her to eat her food. But you saw this earlier. This is all the front quarters. This right here, these are all the belly meat. But I also have a few hindquarters that I want to season the same way as all of this. And then just so that I can eat some, you know, have a variety. And I've got all of this. This is all of the bones, the rib cages, the bones. Yeah, I'm going to throw this into a large pot and just going to cook everything down. And I think what I want to do is I'll cook it down to the point where the meat has firmed up and is cooked, and then I'll remove all of the meat, and that way I can like eat it, so I can salvage a lot of the meat here. And then the bones I'm going to put back and then continue cooking it down, so that way I can extract more of the nutrients and stuff from the bones. We've got all of this. This is just all of the boneless meat, and I'm just going to season it now. I'm going to season it with this. Go like this. Last time I did this, it seemed like I was really light on the seasoning, and so I didn't get that much like saltiness. I got the flavor, you know, the aroma was really strong, but it wasn't enough salt. So this time I'm gonna use the whole bag. There you go. And this is a little heavier on the seasoning, so hopefully this is enough. Seriously, this looks incredible. This is going to be so good. I want to try some now, actually. Just tossing in a bunch of meat. Okay, there you go. Now, I'm just going to spread it out. There you go. Perfect. All right, so there you go. So I'm gonna leave this in my fridge just like this so that it marinates for a day or so. And then I'm gonna throw it in my freezer. But first, I kind of want to see if I even have enough space in the freezer. Okay, here, maybe something like this. Something like this. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this will work. This will work. All right, let's take it out. And I'm just going to keep it in the fridge for now. So, right here, Korean barbecue, original sauce. This is all the belly meat. And some of the hindquarters too. I'm just going to take this, pour it in. It's sweet, salty, savory, so good. All right, perfect. All right, there you have it. Let's give it a shot. This probably won't be as good as it would be after it's done marinating and then cooked, because this was marinated and cooked right away. The salt changes the texture of the meat, and so once you marinate it for a little bit, it changes it and it'll be a lot better. But let's see if this is still good anyways. So good. Fully cooked. The meat is really firm. Wow.
and juicy. Yeah, rabbit meat is so incredible. And the seasoning is so much better. I'm glad that I put a lot in. Like, it's not overly salty at all. It was perfectly seasoned. Yeah, it was good. The texture will actually be bouncier and better once it's been marinated for a little longer. But this is good. It's not chewy, but it's a lot firmer than it normally would be.
All right, let's go check on the rabbits again. Looks like they need some water. They've been munching on the Timothy grass. That's good. And these two have been doing good. They haven't finished their water and they still got food over there. So this is really good. I'm able to extend their feed. And they're not using up so much water too. That means they're doing good. More water here. Perfect, perfect. Lila's good. Cassie is good there. I think Totoro is doing good. Fiona and the babies. More water. There you go. See, they got food and all the Timothy grass there. That's good. And Nimbus. Nimbus is doing good. Let's take her out in a little bit. Let's give her some water. She'll drink some water and let's grab her. She's gone so big. I can't really put her in my pocket anymore. Pocket Bunny is no more. Oh, she's climbing up, climbing up. Oh, look at that big belly. Look at that. You can see it. But she is familiar with being held, you know, being maneuvered around and stuff like that. She's not going to freak out, you know. And so it's good. It's very good that this is how she is. Because when the time comes, it's going to be a lot easier to handle and deal with. The others I don't handle as much, but this is more so like an experiment to treat a rabbit like this opposed to the other ones and see how things go. And it'd be cool to be able to have her have like a pet temperament and then basically like breed her to get more good pet temperament rabbits. But I don't know. I'm still considering like getting rid of I need to get everything, right? I think I need to explain this a little bit more. So essentially all of this was kind of reported that I had like screening that was too high, you know, by the neighbors down this way, and the backyard neighbors. And they don't know that I have these around though. They don't know that I have rabbits though. And the city doesn't know that I have them either. The problem here is the screening. I need to get rid of the screening. So I got to clear up everything and get rid of everything. And I have no place to put these rabbits in the shed or anything while they do their inspection and stuff. And so I need to get rid of all the rabbits, get rid of all of the hutches and stuff. All these cages are just going to be stuffed in the garage or in my shed. And then once everything is like cleared and I'm good to go, I'm just going to be bringing everything back, you know, and then getting new rabbits. That was sort of like the plan, right? But I'm at the point where I kind of don't want to get new rabbits, right? I kind of do. But like I want to get rid of most of them and then and keep a few so that I can breed, you know. So like I'd like to be able to keep her, or maybe just keep Fiona and continue breeding her and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure. I have like Cassie and Lila also, and they're proven breeders, but they have bad genetics. All of these rabbits do. All of them have bad genetics. So that is also another reason to get rid of them. But I mean, I'm not selling these rabbits to anyone. I don't plan to. And so like these are just all mine, and they remain on the property. They don't ever leave, right? And so them having bad genetics isn't that bad of a problem. But I do want to be able to keep like good rabbits and then continue, you know, breeding them. Because I would like a buck. Like I would like a new buck. But all of the bucks so far has been the bad genetic trait, that split penis issue. The females I can keep, right? I can keep the females and then pick out like the good genetic ones, at least, you know, as far as growth goes, and then see if I can continue breeding the females. I don't know. Basically what I'll be doing is just breeding back all the females back to Totoro. And so Totoro will have like great grandchildren even, and it just goes further and further. But I don't know. I kind of want to take a break and just get rid of everything, clear up everything, make sure that like the shed and everything else, all my other projects are good, you know, before I actually continue raising animals again. But I don't know, my mind changes all the time and it's always changing. So I'm really indecisive when it comes to all of this. But yeah, let's put her back. There you go. Let's check on the black one. See, these guys are getting so big so fast, right? They're getting big fast. That's crazy. They're only like a month and a half, maybe. I forget what their age is. I'll need to check. They're like 5, maybe 6 weeks old. I could be wrong. But yeah, man, they're growing fast. That's insane. Like this one is much bigger than Nimbus. This one's much bigger than Nimbus. And this one is, be careful, be careful. See, these guys aren't held very often, and so they're squirmy. Yeah, this one is a lot bigger too. See how bad this is? See, they don't want to stay still, and they're like backing up and stuff. Okay, calm down, calm down. You okay? See, I haven't held these, and so they're a little skittish. You can see the difference, right? See? There, see? Oh. Okay. Holding them like this though is probably the best. Like their chest is being held, and then their legs are being held too, or their feet below, and this way it kind of helps them not to scratch me. There you go. So this, yeah, holding them like this. There you go. So probably a good time to actually process some of these rabbits. I'm not going to keep all of the babies. So it'll make for a good viral video, me being like, oh, let's eat a baby rabbit, you know. So I think that would be a good opportunity to go viral again. All right, well, it's like 90 degrees outside. It's hot. I think this is it for today. Thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate all of your views. I appreciate the super chats if I got any. And I will see you guys next time. I'll continue making these vlog videos. It seems like people are enjoying them. Yeah, I'll try to get more videos out for you guys. So take care. Peace out. Look at all the perilla leaves I've got. These are all fragrant and they're so good to eat. So good. So much. Alright, let's go, Raven. These sunchokes, super tall. Great privacy wall. Come on.